जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव। जय ओम विश्वाद परमहंस परिव्राजकार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद इस डिवाइन ग्रेस ऐसी भक्तिवान स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विश्वाद परमहंस परिव्राजकार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद इस डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। गौर प्रमानंदे हरि बोल। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। भगवते वासुदेवाय। निवर्तिस तनुभृतं तव पादपद्मा। या निवर्तिस तनुभृतं तव पादपद्मा। या निवर्तिस तनुभृतं तव पादपद्मा। ध्यानाद् भवज्जना कथाश्रवणेन वा शायत्। ध्यानाद् भवज्जना कथाश्रवणेन वा शायत्। ध्यानाद् भवज्जना कथाश्रवणेन वा शायत्। सा ब्राह्मणी स महिमानी अपि नाथा मा भूत। सा ब्राह्मणी स्व महिमानी अपि नाथा मा भूत। सा ब्राह्मणी स्व महिमानी अपि नाथा मा भूत। किम तु अंतकाशी लुलितात् पततां विमानात्। किम तु अंतकाशी लुलितात् पततां विमानात्। किम त्वा अंतकाशी लुलितात् पततां विमानात्। या निवृत्तिस्तनुभृतं तव पादपद्मा। ध्यानाद् भवज्जना कथाश्रवणेन वा शायत्। सा ब्राह्मणी स्वमहिमनि अपि नाथा मा भूत्। किम त्व अंतकाशी लुलितात् पततां विमानात्। या निवृत्तिस्तनुभृतं तव पादपद्मा। ध्यानाद् भवज्जना कथाश्रवणेन वा शायत्। सा ब्राह्मणी स्वमहिमानि अपि नाथा मा भूत्। किम त्वा अंतकाशी लुलितात् पततां विमानात्। या निवृत्तिस्तनुभृतं तव पादपद्मा। ध्यानाद् भवज्जना कथाश्रवणेन वा शायत्। सा ब्राह्मणी महिमानि अपि नाथा मा भूत्। किं तु अन्तकाशी लुलिता पततां विमानात् या निर्वृतिस्तनुवृत्तं तव पादपद्माम् ध्यानात् भवज्रनशतय श्रवणेन वाशाय स्वाब्राह्मणि स्वमहिमानि अपि नातामभूत् किं त्वन्तकाशी लुलितां पततां विमानात् या निवृत्तिस्तनुवृत्तं तव पादपद्माम् ध्यानाभजनकतश्रवणेन वाशाय स्वाब्राह्मणि स्वमहिमानि अपि नातामभूत् किं तु अन्तकाशी लुलितां पतं विमानात् माताजी या निवृत्तिस्तनुवृत्तं तव पादपद्माम् ध्यानात् भवज्जनकतश्रवणेन वाशाय स्वब्राह्मणि स्वमहिमानि अपि नातामभूत् किं त्वन्तकाशी लुलितात् पततां विमानात् या that which nivrittihi bliss tanubhritham of the embodied tava your pada padma lotus feet dhyanat from meditating upon bhavajana from your intimate devotees katha topics shravanena by hearing va or shayat comes into being sa the bliss brahmani in the impersonal brahman swamahimani your own magnificence api even nata o lord ma never booth exists kim what to speak of tu then antaka ashi by the sword of death lulitat being destroyed patatam of those who fall down vimanat from their airplanes. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. My Lord, the transcendental bliss derived from meditating upon your lotus feet or hearing about your glories from pure devotees is so unlimited that it is far beyond the stage of Brahmananda, wherein one thinks himself merged into the impersonal Brahman as one with the Supreme. Since Brahman devotional service, then what to speak of the temporary blissfulness of elevating oneself to the heavenly planets, which is ended by the separating sword of time, due course of time. Purport. The transcendental bliss derived from the devotional service, primarily from Shravanam, Kirtanam, hearing and chanting, cannot be compared to a happiness derived by karmis, by elevating themselves to the heavenly planets, or by jnanis or yogis, who enjoy oneness with the supreme impersonal Brahman. Yogis generally meditate upon the transcendental form of Vishnu, but devotees not only meditate upon him but actually engage in the direct service of the Lord, can give relief from the chain of birth and death. It is a misunderstanding to think, as do the monish, that when one gets relief from the process of birth and death, he merges into the supreme Brahman. Here it is clearly said that the transcendental bliss derived from Shravanam Kirtanam by pure devotees cannot be compared to Brahmananda, or the impersonal conception of transcendental bliss derived from by merging into the absolute. The position of karmis is still more degraded. Their aim is to elevate themselves to the higher planetary systems. It is said, 21, we find that Shine Punye Martya Lokam Vishanti. Those who are elevated to the higher planetary system, they are like the modern astronauts who go to the moon. As soon as their fuel is used up, they are obliged to come back down to this earth. As the modern astronauts who go to the moon or other heavenly planets by force of jet propulsion have to come down again after exhausting their fuel. So also do those who are elevated to the heavenly planets by force of yajnas and pious activities. Antakashi Lulitat. By the sword of time, one is cut from his exalted position within this material world, and he comes down again. Dhruva Maharaja appreciated that the results of devotional service are far more valuable than merging into the absolute or being elevated to the heavenly planets. The words Patatam Vimanat are very significant. Vimana means airplane. Those who are elevated to the heavenly planet are like airplanes which drop when they are run out of fuel. Srila Prabhupada ki Om Ajnana Timrandasya Jnana Jana Salakaya Chakshuru Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manumistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Ram Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakakana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sakakana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabh Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So let me take the blessings of all the Vaishnava assembled here, so to all my Siksha Gurus and Guru Maharaj Prabhupada, so the right words comes at the right time. So now we are in the section where Dhruva Maharaj is offering his prayers. So we know that after his stern tapasya, he is good able to see the Lord. So it is said that Lord has been informed as Sahasra Sira. So that means he is 1,000-headed. So Prabhupada writes in his purport. So he is Sahasra Sira is known as the Garbhodakshai Vishnu. But in fact, actually it is a Shirodakshai Vishnu. So he is also Sahasra Vishnu, means he is not different than Garbhodakshai Vishnu. That's what his Sahasra Sira has been used. And then where Prabhupada also quotes that Lord is the incarnation known as Prishni Garbha. So that's he quotes from the Laghu Bhagavatamrita. So that's he quotes it. So now the Lord is in front of the Dhruva Maharaj. So Dhruva Maharaj, once he meditate, he broke and he sees the Lord in front of energy and strength. He started doing the prayers. So this is one of the almost 12. So after entering with me, you have enlivened all the senses. So that means when the Lord is coming, so that means when we chant ourselves, we just got the purifier. So that means our senses become purified. He is offering the prayer. So then he said that you are all the energies coming out of from you. Prayers, what he said so far is he is the friend. So he is the one we need to have a take. Person simply for their sense gratification they worship. They are just simply illusion by illusory energy. So yesterday Partha Prabhu has explained, right? Types of devotees and then what type. And if you are just praying only for our sense gratification, which is of they are just influenced by illusory energy. So today verse, it's a very important verse. So here Prahlad Maharaj says two important aspects of it. One is he compares all type of happiness available to a person. Third one is the happiness derived from the bhakti devotional service. So here the Prahlad Maharaj says that the bhakti, when that means he said the topmost happiness one person can get it from the devotional service. So that's the first thing he's trying to set it in this one. And second very important thing is what is the way of achieving the happiness. So that is also is giving it. So the way of achieving happiness is he is just telling. So Tava Pada Padma Dhyana. So that means meditating of your lotus feet. So that means that he is telling the way of achieving happiness. One is that meditating of the lotus feet. And second thing is Bhavajana Katha Shravanena. So that means from your intimate devotees hearing the topics about you. So that's the two things. So what he is telling, there are two ways to get a happiness. One is that hearing, and second one is meditation. So these are the two sections what he's telling is first he is setting up the what is the topmost happiness, and then he is giving the way to achieve the happiness of it, right? So let's try to understand from the purport what Prabhupada is telling it. So if you look at that one, first Prabhupada is maybe in the second part of one he's just the karma is he's just making it down. It's like so it's like there is no happiness in the material world. He's telling it, giving the example of aeroplane, like you just go when the fuel is run out, you just fall down. So and then he's just quoting out, he's blasting the scientists also or astronomers what they are trying to do. It's like they are trying to solve all the problem, but it cannot be solved. So let's try to understand more about the material happiness, then we'll see the impersonal happiness, then we'll see the bhakti, and then the process of it, right? So when we talk about, see, Krishna make it very clear, right? It's like he says in the Ehi Samparsha Jabhoge Dukkha Yanevate Adi Antamanta Kaunteya Nateshu Ramate Buddhaha. He make it very clear two aspects. One is Adi Antam, so that means it has the beginning and the end. So that means any happiness we achieve in this temporary, in the material world, is temporary, and is making very clear it's a dukkha yonevata. So that means it's like it is eventually end up into a negative one. So it's like he's telling, it's like you are getting a coin, you see the head, definitely there is other side, there is a tail is there. So that's what, whatever we think that we are happiness, there is a, it comes with the parcel of the unhappiness. So how do we really understand, is that really true? So there is a statistics published by the Australian mental health and well-being, right? So in that they said it was published in 2022. So that was the latest one, it's available. What they had said, 43% of the Australians, which is one of the, let's say, highly means economically developed countries, most, okay, we are all happy, everything is good and everything. The statistics shows that wrong, right? So we'll just take one example. I don't know how many of you follow the tennis in the Japan. So no one has, like, all the matches are like single set.